The Warriors go up 3-2 against the Celtics in the finals. My head's about to explode. The bench right now. Let's go. Hello, Pilipinas! This is the bench, and welcome to our huddle, where we offer a layman's view on anything and everything basketball from a bunch of regular dudes who eat, sleep, and breathe hoops. I'll get into the meat na of today. I'm Julio, Dubs Die Hard. We'll get into the recados, diba? I'm Julio, Dubs Die Hard, and with us, of course, Mike.
Bibong-bibo si Mr. Dubs Die Hard.
May
What's up?
extra, may extra step in the step.
Oo,
Step in the
meron.
step.
Yeah. And our favorite, ay nako, basta we'll talk more later. Our favorite homie underscore J Ortega on Insta. Bakit naka-shortcut? J!
Hello from the moonies.
Yon. Now, it's so funny. It's really, we don't stream for 2 weeks and all of a sudden we want to do it 2 straight nights, ha? Ano ba to?
Diba?
I mean,
Siyempre,
Jesus Christ.
panalo eh.
pare.
Woohoo!
Panalo eh.
Dude. Well, anyway. But you see, we got worried, diba? Well, I think Jay got kind of worried about this whole situation since that the Dubs won. And he kind of felt that this was becoming such a Dub-centric podcast, right? So tonight, for the first time ever in bench history, in our short history,
I guess.
we're gonna have a guest. Okay, and well, he does normally watch the show a lot, and he always makes comments. But I think tonight he came here to give the Celtics to hold up the banner for the Celtics. But I really personally I do think that he's here to get Jay
don't
for
know.
saying that he was more matanda than Jay yesterday.
Parang
So,
feeling ko yun.
I think yun eh.
Parang,
I'm
parang
not,
viewers.
I'm not so sure he's here to. I think he's here to bash his own team. That's what I heard.
Well, yeah, we can go into.
I think
we
he's
can,
going voodoo for voodoo tonight.
Yeah, but I think he has a bone to pick with you about his age. But anyway, let's bring him in. I'd like to welcome. Go, Jay. Sorry, anything?
No, I mean,
There,
Oh my God.
bakit todo? Yan, oh,
Boston
holy
Bob in the house.
shit.
Yeah, no.
Knocks the man.
Lilipad pa po si Bob, nasa pa eh.
Oo.
Nananasa si
Round
Bob.
Ship to game 6.
Anong nananasa mo, Bob?
Ah.
Anyway, great for you to be here. I'll start it all off before we start talking about the game that we witnessed kanina and how this will move forward. Please do like and follow us on The Bench live on Facebook, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bench. And I'd like to say hi to Les Rodriguez, who showed up on our comment section muna. And he said, Banner 18 will still rise at TD Garden Celts in 7. Yeah, that's true. Pwede. I mean,
That's true.
that's-
Bilis na that's true. Ang
May
bilis na
voodoo
that's
na, may
true.
voodoo na, Bob.
the series is not over yet, but let's go dive into the box score. Let's go dive into the box score and wait. You know what? Before we dive into the box score, sorry, Mike.
Yes.
Sorry. I know. I'm kind of thrown off, muna. I'm kind
Okay.
of thrown off. I'd first like to say, hey, Bob, how are you? And how do you feel being on the show? At least. for
Oh,
the
it feels
first time?
great, man. I mean, I don't have to type anything anymore.
That's so true.
We get
man.
I
Tito
know.
Jokes live. Tito Jokes live.
Tito
Tito
jokes,
jokes,
man.
Yan, ako din. I'm looking forward to hearing it, 'di ba? Imbes na binabasa natin.
Oh,
And then, and one thing I realized already, just Bob speaks, and all of a sudden, there goes all our timbers dead. all our mic voice has been made
Wala.
by Bob. Yeah, that's it.
Can I say lang, I admire Bobby for showing up in the stream, pare, on the day his team lost. That's mighty brave of you, pare.
Are
I
you-
mean,
so what are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything, dude. I just,
Someone cannot stream when they lose.
I don't know, man. I mean, diba?
Well, and on Mike's on Mike's, just to segue from where Mike's taking off. Parang before we get into today's game, the box scores or whatever. But I'd like to hear at least Bob's opinion on the series at least so far as a whole.
Yeah,
As a whole.
ayan.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yep.
Yan, yan.
Alright.
Bobby in the
You
house.
know,
from
Manoli.
Taos.
Manoli,
Bobby in the
pare.
house.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bob. Here's my spot. Here's the spot Jay just put you in, and I'm passing it on to you.
Okay.
Right there.
So, all right. So, what am I supposed to say?
What do you think of the
My
series
opinion on the
so
series.
far? Yeah.
Well, the series it's pretty hard fought. That's what I observed. Like players are getting thrown off their normal games. It's not as easy to do things that they used to do.
Mhm.
In an easy way in the regular season. Of course, the defense is a lot tighter,
Yeah.
and of course there's a lot of tension. So you see a lot of. I had a bad feeling about the game because yung first stat of the game ni Tatum was a turnover. As soon as I saw that, it's like, okay, wala. It's over.
Pucha, aga pa nun,
Yeah.
ah.
Ang aga pa nun, pero I was like, oh man.
And you,
You just have this. I have ESQ, pare. ESQ.
see, it's
Yes.
live. It's live.
Ayan,
I know.
tandoy,
It's
tandoy.
Yeah. It's
ESQ,
ESP.
pare.
Yeah,
More-
ESPN, pare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm more into the dark. Yeah.
the dark.
Dark. Once
Oh,
once
really? Rather
What?
than the number 5?
no, once you go, di ba sabi nila, once you go dark, you never go.
Sabi ni Mike, di daw totoo yan eh.
Di ba totoo
Hindi.
yan?
Once you go dark, iba naman yan, pare.
Iba ba yun? I'm just talking alcohol, ha?
Ano
Di
ba
ba
yan?
once you go dark, you're off the grid? Di ba ganun yun?
Once you go dark,
Yeah,
sinalvage ka. Ganun ba?
No, dude. Dude, that's spy shit, di ba?
I know. Wait,
I'm
pare,
going
you
dark.
know what? So I apologize, Bob. I think Bob wants to talk basketball.
Oo.
Diba?
Parang sinasayang yung oras ko. Para
Oo nga
bilisan
eh.
nyo na.
No, but we're gonna go to you a lot, Bob, on Celtics takes because I end up.
Sabi na daw si Kumis.
Ano?
Sabi ni Doc Nesty, oh.
Ay,
Ilabas
Welcome
na
to the
ako.
show, Doc.
welcome to the show, Doc. Pero wala pa yan. No, because I notice for the show I always give a lot of Dubs rant and to even it out, we'd
Yan.
like to hear, of course, a Celtics, a Celtics fan take on how the game is, how Tatum is, because Jay loves the Celtics but loves the Lakers also. So I'm kind of skewed with that whole.
Oh,
take
that's
on
weird,
Jay,
pare. You go
diba?
both
So,
ways pala, Jay,
I know,
yeah.
diba? I know.
Diba? So,
He's a bi fan.
sa ba-
I only go both ways in color, huh? Not in gender.
Oh,
Let's get
Yeah.
that straight, because I'm straight.
Nah,
Diba?
let's get that straight.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's-
sir.
yeah.
Nothing
Let's get to
wrong
the box
with being
scores.
gay.
Let's-
Nothing wrong with
Sige,
being gay.
let's go na.
Let's get
Let's go na. Let's go na, parang sana
I
naman
know.
tayo mapadpad na to.
I know. So game 5, okay. Game 5. Yeah, we're here. Can everyone see naman? Game 5, Boston, Golden State takes the game 104-94. And Jay, why don't you start us off, Jay, with your analysis
Here's-
of the ball game?
Here's the glaring stats for me, huh? Tatum, Horford, Brown, even Smart are all negative, dude. Fucking Horford's a negative 19. That's, Jalen also. I think Jalen really had a crappy game today.
The only
Si-
positive was
si
Robert
Tatum
Williams.
medyo nakabawi-bawi pa ng konti yan eh. His start was what made him negative 13 today, but he kind of picked it up in the second half. They caught up. They even got the lead for a while
Yes.
there, and I think they gassed out in the end. I credit the Dubs D and the rest of the Dubs players who picked it up, because this was a very strange game to me, man. Steph not hitting a single. Trey is something else, man.
He
And
broke
that was
his
a
streak.
long ass. Yeah, and that was a long ass streak right there.
Something like since
Um,
2018, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken. No,
yeah.
18 ba?
I think
200
to
games,
sum,
something like that.
yeah, to summarize this game, I think Wiggins really stepped up. I think he was the Iggy of that Iggy MVP finals thing. At least for today, at least for this game,
I, I,
he really stepped it up,
I
man.
have a comment on that though. I'll get to that later.
But
Um,
yeah, I think the Dubs D stepped up tremendously. I think Draymond really got to impact the game in this series, even if he scored a bit, which was a surprise. And
and uh, hello,
Oh, I think Jay froze.
Jay Freeze.
Oh,
Okay,
he's frozen like
Yon.
Elsa. Pare.
Don't worry. Eventually, he will let it go. We'll talk.
Yan!
I'll continue.
Tito Julio.
Tito Julio. I'll I'll come in from where Jay comes from. I'll talk more about the Dubs, and then you can come in after Bob with the Celtics also. It was a really strange game for the Dubs because the Dubs came out hard. They came out harder than the Celtics in this game, but the problem is Steph Curry couldn't get himself going. He couldn't get a 3-point shot going. They got the lead all pretty much. What was it by halftime? Mike, you had Draymond Green and Wiggins being the top
Right.
scorers at halftime.
Yep.
And then eventually when the second half came, Boston naman had the third quarter took the third quarter, then they took the lead nga, and then the Warriors doused that with Clay and Wiggins holding fort for the Dubs. It was just a strange game because nga, it was a game of spurts. I mean, the Warriors missed 14 straight three-pointers. I think Boston started the game missing 12 straight three-pointers. Then they made 8 straight three-pointers. The Warriors missed 14,
Like-
and then it was just a really, really strange game. But I will say that I got shocked with this stat. I got shocked that both are high turnover teams, Boston and Golden State. But I got shocked that though Boston had 18 today, which was a recipe nga for Boston losing, I got so shocked the Dubs only had 6. There were 6 turnovers for the Warriors today, and I think pa nga majority were in the first half. Or no, there was one also in the second half. So they go up 3-2, but it's still not over. I mean, you take the Celtics take if the Celtics take Game 6, which I expect they will, it's a toss up for Game 7.
Is that one of your voodoo stuff? You know, expecting
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Celtics
It always is, but it always is with the Dubs involved. Let me add lang to.
You go,
Wait,
go. Sige,
can I just add before Bobby? Let's do Bob's for as finale. I'll add lang to what you said kanina that when it gets to this level in any sport, when you're fighting for a championship, it all goes down to the details, the small details. And if you look at the Boston Celtics stat sheet, if you look at their box scores, take away na the plus minus,
Mhm.
it doesn't look bad, dude. Tatum scored 27, 10, and 4.
yeah,
Diba?
Yep.
Smart scored 23 and 2. Yeah, it looks normal, diba? It looks like they could have won the game with this stat. Except for the turnovers nga. This is where, the attention to detail na with execution and all that, the perfection that, the finals requires for a team, diba? And again, the Boston Celtics have not put a step wrong this whole finals until today, I would say. Even the game that they lost, parang they were, you can say, punching above their weight class with the inexperience, but then surprised us in game one. The composure during that fourth quarter of game one, tied the series, stole one in chase, and then dominating in game three. They were due, diba? They were due for a bad game considering the inexperience. And if this was it, dude, they're still looking good because they still have 2 more games to diba? It's not bad. I mean, if you're looking at it from a Celtics fan standpoint. So
Well, this is the best shooting game of Tatum. It's like,
Exactly.
how bad
Exactly.
could it be?
so there's something actually to look forward to, diba? Kumbaga there's something to build on. It wasn't
Yeah.
really a demoralizing defeat, diba? As you know, some sister. It's not like 2013 Spurs on Game 6, diba? Parang shit. Okay, yari na tayo sa Game 7. That took the spirit. That took the fight out of us. It's nothing like that.
I think Jay completely. You know what?
Yeah, he's coming back. There was a
coming
power
back,
outage now. He'll join us again.
You, Bob, as a Celtics fan, watching Game
Yeah.
5, what did you think about Game 5?
Okay, I'm not much of a stats guy. I'm an eye test guy.
Oh,
and
yeah. Sige, from
Yeah.
the test.
The eye test, I wasn't happy at all. Well, no, actually, I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. I'm disappointed na lang. Yan na lang. Sige, I'm disappointed because it's like, oh man, like a lot of the errors could have been avoided. It's a lot of I'm guessing nerves, and of course there's some carelessness, and there's too much giggle. Like I gotta get to the rim, and then they force things. That's why I was like, I made a list, pare, of 10 things the Celtics need to do for them to win at least
Two
the next
games.
game.
That's least the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
game.
of course, it'll
Yeah,
affect
go ahead.
the next game. Hold on.
Nah.
You wanna bring that out later, Bob? Let's
No,
break
sige,
down
sige,
the game,
sige,
and then
sige.
and then
Break it down.
after looking forward to Game 6 and 7 when we give our predictions, so
yeah,
we can
yeah.
break it down. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a question. So, you said that there's Giggle.
yeah.
What was your take, Bob, on Marcus Smart being outsmarted or outflanked? I mean, because as a Dubs fan here, I'm like, ay, nakaisa si Jordan Poole kay Smart dito, di ba?
What was that play again? I think I missed that because
It
I was
the play
doing
they
stuff
call-
like I was emailing and stuff like while watching the game on the side. So
it was the play because okay, from the Dubs perspective, Smart has been he's been falling a lot in this whole series. he gets
oh, wait,
bumped,
wait.
diba? So he's been falling.
Was that Jordan Poole?
Yes, it's the one
And
where he
the
got called
push
for an
up?
offensive foul and he
No.
swung down. No, he got called for an offensive foul. Jordan Poole acted like his face got hit, but it got really.
Oh
it
yeah,
got-
yeah. Parang
So-
it was like that. Blades of Glory inahit yung balbas dito na.
yeah. But he got Marcus Smart for an offensive foul. Now, my thing is that
Yeah.
Marcus Smart's a really really good, in a good way, a good flopper. Me personally, I like Smart, so I don't mind the head games that flopping can bring. If you're good, I mean you're good.
Mhm.
I think it's a way to win. It's just here you saw Gary Payton and you saw Jordan Poole apply tactics that Marcus Smart was applying on them also.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
were you inis with that as a Celtic fan or
No,
not really also?
not really. I don't mind the physicality. I would rather have just one official. Para just let them play, man. These are grown men. They
Yeah.
can take it. And then I really believe like, well, me. This is just me, my opinion on the game. I don't like the guard centric play, man. I mean, I like bring back the enforcers. If I don't care how skilled you are, if you can't take contact, you shouldn't be in the NBA.
Ah man.
I
and-
agree. Yeah. Yep.
NBA should stand for no boys allowed.
Yeah.
Naka naman.
You
Amen. Amen, Bob.
Amen.
You gotta be a grown man. Di ba?
Welcome back,
So-
Jay, to the Church of Bob.
Oh, Church of
No, because
Uh,
preach. I like that. No boys allowed.
yeah. That's
Dude, I want some bugbugan in the playoffs again, pare,
Yeah.
without the refs intervening, pare.
Yeah. If you ask me, parang hockey. Like, once two people engage in a fight, di ba? Tapos bilangan na lang ng ilang
Yeah,
puck
penalty
na lang.
box.
Yeah,
Penalty box, 2
box.
minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes and
Tapos
then
balik.
laro ulit, di ba? So,
Hey,
like,
Jay, can you hear us, Jay? Is Jay good?
No, he's just
We're fixing. Let's check now. Wait. Les Rodriguez also commented here that they say Angels in the outfield. Red Auerbach will spook the Garden on Friday. Mhm. Okay, I'm getting
may B-movie
yeah.
version yan eh.
Guys,
Angels
can
in
you
the
hear me?
infield.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Sorry, it's just
Fuck, dude, I lost power. Again,
Do you have
here,
power
nag-brown
now?
out todo. The second
Now,
time
brown out pa
today.
rin? Or it came back?
Yan ang nangyari kanina kay
Well,
Tatum.
obviously, I think it came back to my.
No, I didn't know. You could have been working.
Ano, wala na power.
Ang ina
Wala
na
na
nangyari. I was in the middle of my shit. What the fuck?
Tignan mo. Nasupalpal pa yung concern ko. Concerned na nga ako, nasupalpal pa.
Ano yan? Bawi yan for saying bot ko noon, always bot ko noon Lakers, sabi kanina. Ano always yan? Talaga lang,
My
ha?
bad. My bad.
Hindi, I think the always bot was for LeBron, not the Lakers, pare.
Ha?
The one on the group chat.
Yeah.
Lakers yung sabi.
No. He meant-
Dati yan.
No,
Bago
kay LeBron
nag-dunk yan.
yun. Kay LeBron yun. Hindi
Yeah,
kay
kay
ano
LeBron.
yun.
Not like
Kay LeBron.
Ano tayo? Catch me up naman, oh. Asa
No,
na
we were
tayo?
just talking about the game. Bobby gave his side about the Celtics, how he was disappointed, and then pretty much I talked about the turnovers being one of the major keys because I really think both teams were just weird to begin with anyway. So the
Right.
turnovers.
Turnovers, I think, really was caused by really good D by the Dubs today. I think that was the last thing I said, no, but before I.
Yeah, I think so. But honestly, Jay, I really think there was a lot of unforced turnovers
Yes.
by the
Yeah.
Celtics also.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I mean,
man.
kumbaga-
Especially, I think, on Brown's part.
And-
Today, huh?
I'm not sure if you heard or checked it out, Jay, that the Dubs only had 6 turnovers today, which for me is I haven't heard of a I haven't heard of a
That's a big
6
deal.
turnover
That's a big
game
deal.
siguro. since
Well,
I think
it's not just
2
Brown,
years ago.
dude. Kasi
Yeah, that's a big deal.
they have 13 turnovers combined. The big three of the
Uh-huh.
Celtics, man. Tatum,
Right. Yeah.
Brown had 5, but
Jalen had
Tatum
5.
and
Tatum had 4. Smart had 4.
ayan.
True.
Okay, I'll post this question out because there's something I noticed also, and then of course Jay and of course Bob will also answer. I still think you, Mike. I still think Jason Tatum is more of a jump shot player than a driving player. That's what I saw kanina. I didn't really see him as a dangerous guy to take it to the hole.
Na slasher.
He probably killed the Warriors more with his 5-for-9 from the 3-point. Parang ganyan that's how my impression of Tatum. So what about you, Bob? How do you see Tatum? Do you see him he should be going in more, or is he taking too much outside shots?
He should be going in more, but he's a different kind of player compared to Brown because Brown is more athletic. He's more powerful. Tatum is more like the smooth operator. Sade, pare.
Shad.
So the thing is, because he has to be like that because he's long. He's not as fast. He's not as powerful. But what he can do is, well, this is forward looking now. In the off season, is he needs to improve on his footwork. Getting to the paint, and then he needs to get rid of those off balance shots, off balance layups that he would normally do. Like take a page from Jimmy Butler's book. Na it's like Butler kasi
Yeah,
the
well-
way, he always has his legs under him. So
Yeah,
you
I
can tell
agree with that.
Butler has a strong core and he has strong
Yeah.
legs. So
Yep.
si Tatum parang after the weight room parang puro shoulders lang ang lumaki. Yung legs niya payat pa rin eh. So I think he needs to work on that. Something like that.
Todo thunder here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
dude.
Did you hear it? I was like, son of a-
Dude, we live behind each other.
We've been having that all day. That's why
Are
we've
you-
lost power here twice, man. And earlier, wild, as in right by the friggin' window, the
Dude,
Masters, all the
okay.
kids were gathered there. They saw the lightning and the boom, dude. Right
Okay.
beside
That said, dude, let me just warn you guys. Kami ni Julio live behind each other as in our house. So if the lightning strikes somewhere near us and there's a power outage, dude, the whole stream will crash because. So I'm warning the two of you lah. So if it crashes all of a sudden, malamang yan nag-power outage dito sa amin because we're running the stream.
Wala kami ni Bob.
Wait, I saw to take my mind off this, this unworldly occurrence going on now in nature. I noticed something here. Well, of course, I'll go. Les said Wiggins is the real deal because we were talking about Wiggins. Good damn defense
Yeah.
on Tatum. Yeah, so we'll get to Wiggins actually later. But this is
Yes,
interesting, huh? I
actually,
don't know if
yes.
you feel the same way. Wait, before we get to that, the lightning kind of threw me off. Jay, what do you think about Tatum before I get to this thing?
You
Should
know,
he
I'm a little disappointed with not so much the I get what Bobby was saying as well as you were with regards to that those layups. Shooting 50% on right by the rim is unacceptable. But what I think he has to work on more, and which is even more glaring than that, is his mid-range game. 15%, dude, on mid-range is just not cutting it. It's not.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. You guys know this. I'm a big
yeah,
fan
yeah,
of
yeah.
Tatum's, but
Maybe
seeing I don't know. I can't say it's all because of Wiggins D as Les mentioned earlier. It's not all that. Especially because he trained with Kobe and all that. I mean, come on. Kobe,
Yeah,
automatic yan. Mid-range, automatic yan.
mid-range.
Pang, pang, di ba? That's MJ's game also eh. This back to the basket and then, di ba?
yeah.
Fall away, whatever, shot they can produce coming from that mid-range part of the game. Kulang eh. Parang,
Okay,
ang weird lang. And then, essentially, he gets his points on making plays. And that's not gonna cut it. And if he is the best player, uh, everyone naman sees him as the best player in the Celtics. He's gotta be more aggressive also. I would think.
can I ask? You mentioned mid range, right? That's I wanted
Yeah,
to touch on that. Do
yeah.
you think he should take more mid range pa when the mid range
I'm
game
not. I'm not. No,
supposedly
I'm not
is?
saying he should. I'm not saying he should take more, but he should make those shots.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's okay. We got because
You know what I mean?
Here's my
And avoid taking those long twos. Because we saw the shot chart yesterday on the show,
yeah,
and he took quite a few of those also. I mean, dude, if you're there, step back ka na siguro, di ba? Take a three. He's hitting he's hitting a better field goal percentage on threes than on those long twos anyway.
is it
I think
safe?
it's the worst shot in the league. I mean, if you're taking that, at least take take a couple steps inside, get a better shot. Pivot a little, like Kobe was training him to, and make that shot. Parang ang dami niyang off balance, like what Bobby was saying.
Yeah,
he,
true.
Parang kailangan niya a little more,
here
anong tawag ba dito? Yung kanyang
No
center of
core.
gravity
Yeah, he
has
has
to
to
Yeah.
build.
improve, man.
Yeah, he has to not go up unbalanced. He has to go up with full.
Yeah,
here's
With a,
my thing, dude.
yeah.
As good as I mean, we've been barking at Giannis for the past few years, diba, on the jump shots and
Uh-huh.
expanding his
Uh-huh.
offensive arsenal. Dude, Tatum has a huge offensive arsenal. He has so many shots up
yes.
his in his bag of tricks. My problem with
More
him
so pa.
is
Oh.
with all those tricks up in his in his bag, he doesn't have a go-to shot.
Oo nga.
There's no one
Oo nga.
go-to that you can
Literally,
say that, you know
yung
what, when I
press.
need to score,
Right.
this is what I do. And
Right.
that's important, pare, for me, ah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
sa
Si
akin,
Jalen nga, meron pa eh. At least yung
yes.
kanyang mga saksak, solid eh.
At yeah,
Diba?
at least he has the drive na, 'di ba? Na kumbaga
Yeah,
it's his
yeah.
number one shot go
Avoid
to.
getting
Yeah.
TOs lang, but if he doesn't get TOs and he gets through, puta solid yan. That's either a foul
Yeah.
or an end one or
Yep.
a basket.
Yep.
I would like to ask also because like Tatum is like a 6'9" forward of that mold,
6'10
right?
na nga eh.
6'10" na nga.
Mhm.
And I think he doesn't have the kind of game like Paul George or Kawhi, no, where you can ISO him and he can either take the outside shot or
Wala.
dribble inside the
Nope.
basket, and that's what I'm looking
Oy,
for.
yun yung
That's what
kulang.
I
Yun
guess
yung
I'm looking
kulang.
for from Tatum. That he should
Right.
eventually evolve to maybe not the choking Paul George that we know, but even Paul George Indiana days. No, I mean,
wag,
diba?
wag naman yung mga tirang butike.
Yeah, no, but
Patay ang butike.
you know what I mean? A player who can create the shot. I don't see Tatum creating as much shots as I thought he would
Yes.
be able to.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo nga
'Cause-
same here.
And even the mid-range, ako, I'm not gonna shoot down the mid-range because we've seen from DeRozan all year long, and all media are praising. This is praising his game, dude, and that's what elevated Chicago. Also, he became
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
number one scoring option from the mid-range. The thing kasi with me is, whatever it is, the Tatum masters, whether that's the three-point shot, the mid-range, or the drive, or whatever, it's all about
Sana
efficiency. You can be a mid-range player and be super efficient at it, diba? And it won't kill you. You
Yeah.
can take those long twos all you want because DeRozan loves
And that's
taking those
actually
long
a
twos.
go-to. That's actually a go-to shot.
Exactly. Yun na nga. You need
Yeah.
that, diba? You need that. You need that number one go-to shot nga.
Right.
Ito, I'm gonna Doc Nesty's on the stream right now, and this I'd like to talk about. So, kasi this is interesting. Not taking away from the Dubs, but there were really some bad calls by the ref, especially against the Celts. But Doc, that takes away from the Dubs. I'm a Dubs fan, pero parang may mali. Especially, I guess, yung kay Poole flop. Wow, para talagang kailangan may Game 7 para yung owners happy. The wet dream-
That's another discussion.
That's not discussion. But, okay, let's put it this way. I mean, okay, I'll address this on the Dubs side. You can jump in, Bobby, from the Celt side. I'll start muna by saying, the flop game goes both ways. Marcus Smart has been doing that. So kumbaga labanan lang ng flop nito, and it's yes, I agree the referees really have had horrible calls in this series.
We
but not
mentioned
only
this last night.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
both sides,
both
the
sides.
refs have had really bad calls.
I'll give you an
Either they
example.
let go of physical play, which is actually good.
Yeah.
We all grew up watching in the 80s and the 90s games, and they were all physical games. And okay yan, yung parang let them play kind of
Yeah.
calls, right? Pero ang dami ring tiki-taki na, putang ina, hindi naman foul yun. Pero
Yeah,
foul
I'll,
daw.
gi- I'll give
On
you an
both
example.
sides, ah.
I'll give you an example. So the flop on Poole worked, but then the foul on Tatum on Curry on the 3-point shot was not called. And he obviously
Yeah.
hit Curry from the back. Curry
Yeah.
comes around the screen, hits Horford, and Horford goes down. In the olden days, non-call yun because out of the ball play anyway. Now it's offensive foul on Curry pa. Yung mas maliit. So it's kind of weird how they call the games now. I agree that, but not
Yeah.
necessarily
Yeah.
pro Dubs, pro Celtics.
No naman, I think it's bad calls on both sides.
Yeah, I think
They're
also
just not calling the game well.
yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's also how refs think. Like, feeling ko, like if they make a bad call against the Dubs, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for that. I'll make it up. I'll
May
make a bad
bawi.
call.
Bawi,
Yeah.
oh.
I'll make bawi, pare."
Yeah.
Sige. Sige, so yung flop ni Poole, feeling ko bawi yun dun sa phantom foul ni Jaylen Brown from I don't know which game. Yung super walang contact, and then it's like, he was
The one-
called for a foul.
The one on Peyton. The one was what? The
Yeah,
one on
yeah,
Peyton?
yeah.
The one on
That's the
Peyton.
one.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like na off balance siya.
Oh, wait.
Kasalanan ko ba kung na off balance siya? Parang, di ba?
See, okay, this is Ted's answer to I guess that. To I guess Doc
Okay.
Nesty's, Look.
Oh.
ano yun? Oh, well, Ted had a good point also here, but Ted said there were 28 fouls called for the Dubs and 16 against the Celtics. So you can't also say that there were more fouls on the Dubs, I guess, diba? So but this was key, huh? This was key that I guess none of us touched on yet, is that the Celtics did miss a lot of free throws yesterday.
Yeah.
Atan,
Yes.
Tatum even makes 2 consecutive ones
Yeah.
at one
Oh.
shot at it.
Okay, you mentioned the free throws. Actually, there are a couple of stats where the Celtics lost by 10. There are a couple of stats actually that they could have they could have gotten the 10
Would have been
points.
closer or had to
Number
be
one are the
the
free
free throws.
throws, diba? They missed
And
10 free throws. And
Yes.
you know what the difference is for me? Points of turnovers. It's 22 versus 9.
Are you serious?
The Dubs scored 22 points of turnovers to the 9 of the Celtics. That's the
that's a
11
lot.
points right there.
But yeah,
That's the win
but
right there, dude.
yeah, yeah, and you can chalk that up to the Dubs only having six. Dude, six for a finals game. That's pretty damn
That's low.
fucking good. Again, si Bob mentioned this earlier. We were chatting earlier after the game. Yung pace
Yeah.
ng Dubs earlier, at least this game, was much better. I think it was faster, and it kind of threw off the
Yes.
Celtics, especially in the start of
Yes.
the game.
Yes.
No?
Parang they were caught off balance with the
Yes.
pace.
And then
And
wala na. The whole
uh,
game, they were trying
yeah.
to catch up na.
Yeah. That's coming out flat.
Yeah, even when the Celtics had that, that big spurt at the
Mm.
start of the third quarter, and
Right,
they were
right,
leading, and the game was still close. Parang I
right.
got this feeling that they were swimming upstream. Puta, mga
Yes.
salmon, pare.
Don't get-
Mamaya kainin,
Don't get
pero
me
hassle
hungry,
yan
pare.
pag
Don't get me
after.
hungry.
And then, can I just say lang the 10-0 run of the Celtics coming off the first half, it started the second half. I would
Yeah.
attribute that actually to Julio going to the bathroom while we were
Okay.
watching.
No.
Since you
Hindi,
mentioned
oo. Kasi just to be lang, we watched together this morning.
Ang
So we
lakas ng
watched
puto ng dalawa
Ah,
kanina. Dilaw na
So
dilaw eh.
we watched together this morning together with our bench one of our bench mainstays also John D.
Yeah.
So we watched. Julio went to the bathroom. He came back. What happened? Okay, what happened is a 10-0 run. So ngayon, it was in the third quarter. The Dubs was if I admit it was back and forth, and nawiwiwi na ako, dude. I needed to go to the bathroom. Hinintay ko pa lumamang yung Dubs na more than 10 para at least, di ba, pag bigla nagwiwi ako, mag 10-0 run yung Celtics ulit, hindi ako masisi na he lost the lead, di ba? Kasi ganon. Kulang na lang magano ako, Julio, can I go to the bathroom na?
Ganto na lang. Ganto na lang. Next game, Bob, punta tayong Palms. Nood din tayo doon. Kailangan na green shoes ka ha, pareho ni Mike.
may
Mag-green socks naman ako para pareho
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I like that plan. So, Jay, you're not really rooting for the Dubs then. Why would you wear green socks?
Dude, you guys I've been rooting for this team.
You've made me believe in your powers that you think the Dubs will win this whole time.
No, yeah, I called it, diba? I said Dubs in 6.
But you're rooting for anyway.
He's rooting for the 18th banner.
No, I'm not gonna put you. I make kwento more about this. Is that we were watching kanina with John D. Okay, we were watching kanina and John D. And John D at halftime goes, "That's a pretty good half, right?" So there was a 12-point lead, and I told John D, "Pare John D, 12 points, 3 minutes lang yan." Sa Dubs.
And true enough.
True enough, in 2 minutes they went on a 10-0 run, di ba?
Yeah, that was also the time that I wasn't watching. So I'm not watching the next game. Para baka may 100-0 run.
Yeah. Ito, sa Palms
Ayan,
talaga nagkatalo. And Kumish Julio sitting at the exact same place like he did nung game 4.
Ayok, ibang klaseng level ng voodoo dito eh.
Hirap pare. Ang hirap kanina. I had to pati kulang na lang Sabi ko does it matter what I order? Baka kasi pag nagtapa ako, natalo Dubs, di ba? Kasalanan ng tapa ko, di ba?
Tingin ko kaya
Magtapa ka na.
nanalo Dubs kasi the whole game while I was watching, I was doing Excel shit. I'm not
Spread
Fuck,
shit.
dude, I'm a Photoshop,
Spreadsheet. Spreadsheet.
Illustrator, PowerPoint kind of guy, man. I'm not an Excel file kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I was doing an Excel file the whole friggin' morning
Yan.
during the whole freaking game because my deadline was at noon. So here's hoping I don't have to do
Yan.
a
Don't have to do
on
spreadsheet.
the next game,
Spreadsheet.
Spread shit.
Man. Spreadsheet.
Yeah. Spreadsheet.
So technically, okay, that's cool. Now we're done with game 5. Okay, so Dubs are up 3-2. We're going back to Boston. Baka we can take. Let's put our beautiful faces now. I'll put our beautiful faces now on muna here. Okay, now we talk what's gonna happen next. Tama ba to?
Dubs
Okay.
in 6. Dubs,
Anyway.
Say it, Julia. Say it.
Curry's
man.
gonna
Anyway.
go nuclear. Curry's gonna go nuclear. Wiggins is gonna go atom bomb.
While you're wearing your
Jay is
green
gonna
socks,
make
Jay.
his trade.
Really.
Sa banyo ba yan? Anong kakainin nila?
Now we go game 6 into Boston. Okay, we can talk about what the Celtics need to do, what the Dubs need to do, and you guys can jump
Yeah.
in. I think this is gonna go to a game 7. I think this will be a Joe Lacob wet dream right now. And when it goes to a game 7, anything can happen. Anything can happen on a game 7.
Yan din ang sabi ni Garnett, pare. Anything's possible.
Diba? Garnett nga.
Oh.
We can also talk about that. Actually, Ted, nga, we forgot to talk about Wiggins. Wiggins' intensity. His dad, Mitchell, played amazing in Game 5 against Boston 36 years ago.
Oh,
Yun, no?
Yeah.
Oh.
86
For Houston.
for
That was
Houston.
against-
Yeah, 86.
that-
I remember that.
Yeah.
86
they
ba
lost
yun?
that series, though. They lost that
1986.
series.
See Mitchell Wiggins.
Oo
You know
nga.
that
Yeah,
shot
Mitchell
that they
Wiggins.
started-
Yeah, no, I know Mitchell
Yeah.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
No, I was
That
checking if it was
was
the
the-
86 championship or the one before pa. No, it's the 86 one. Nga.
No,
Mitchell
that's
Wiggins was under the rim when Ralph Sampson made that miracle shot
Against the Lakers?
against
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
Lakers.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yung
man.
ganun.
Fucking
Napanood ko yun sa
Ralph Sampson.
FEN, pare.
Ako din. Live. At like 3 in the morning, dude.
Tapos walang
And
replay.
then that-
So punta
And
ako
then
sa...
that Michael Sisting fucking shit with Ralph Sampson, di ba? Binanatan
Oh,
ni
yung
Sampson.
suntukan nila,
Bam!
6-1 versus 7-4.
Jerry
Oh.
Sheasting. Jerry
Jerry
Sheasting
Zay.
yun. Yeah, Jerry Sheasting. I
Yeah.
was watching that.
Sampson got suspended, di ba? He didn't play a game or 2. Basta Sampson lost them that fucking run, man.
So there,
Maybe
I just think it's gonna go to a game 7 because I don't think I can't see the Dubs beating Boston in game 6. I think Boston will go out hard and the Dubs will be like, oh, okay, game 7. That's
Paano si Game 6 Clay, pare?
um,
Call it, man.
Game 6, Clay.
he was close out Clay against Dallas. Oh, nawala si Mike.
Oh, nawala si Mike. Nag-brown
Yeah,
out.
dude. My light kind of flickered also here. So he's back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Nagano ako. There was a power fluctuation.
Oh.
Yeah. So Bob said kanina he had 10 things that the Celtics should do
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
get
Oh.
this.
I did not
Yeah.
hear that. Sayang.
Oh, hindi ko pa.
No,
Wala
wala
pa.
pa.
Wala pa.
Wala pa.
Yeah.
Yeah, pa.
Teka. I'll need to... Oh, would you like to hear it
Ayun,
now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ah, código, pare.
Código.
Okay, dude.
Parang college lang. May código lagi.
I have okay, just for that. I will have
The
5
challenge.
things-
The challenge,
I will-
Julio. Wala siya
Yeah,
listahan pa.
wala siyang listahan. I will have 5 things the Dubs should do.
Yun, ah.
Yeah, 5.
5 things. Oh.
Ikaw 10.
Okay.
That's why talo na
yeah.
kami.
No, not necessarily. Some of them are pretty obvious, but some are trivial.
Let's go.
All right. So yeah, number one. Okay. Okay. So the Celtics need to be fresh. They need to
Kailangan maligo.
Yeah, kailangan maligo, kailangan magpahinga, mamasahe, bahala sila, no? Basta they need to be fresh. Kasi like kanina, I really notice yung fatigue. You can tell, the missed free throws, those are fatigue misses.
Yeah,
And
that's
right.
true.
And
Right.
the jump shots, May mga air ball, short yung jump shots. Like that's a
Yeah.
clear-cut sign of
Kulang sa arc
fatigue.
potato shots.
Yeah, kulang. So they need to be well rested. So malayo yung flight, di ba? I mean, it's a long flight. So I think they need to kokomo it, like they need to get there fast and take it slow. Yeah, they need to do that. All right, so that's what they need to do.
Kokomo, puta!
Yeah.
Hiramin ko yan, Papa. Hiramin ko yan, pare. Hiramin ko yan.
They need to kokomo it,
Pare, I love it so much. Kukunin ko yung coco mo, gagawin ko coco.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, by all means.
Uy, gitarista yan. Kilala
Ay.
ni Bob yan, si Coco Cu.
Yeah, okay lang. So, yeah.
Need to be fresh.
Okay, so even though I'm a
Mayabang
Celtics
daw.
fan, one of the books that really influenced my life was Showtime by Pat Riley. And there's one line there that Pat Riley said over and over in the book repeatedly. So I'm not sure if you guys read the book. Wala
Watch the
kasing book
show.
about the Celtics nun eh. So nakita yung Showtime Pat Riley, sige basahin mo
Nag-Lakers
nga to.
ka din pala, ha?
Para I used to wear sa
No.
intrams I
No
used to
way.
wear the New Balance Worthy Express.
I had that also, man. I used that playing NCAA ball,
Yeah.
that and Jordan 1.
Anong year po yun lumabas?
Putang ina, yun na.
19
Kahit na nga yung tao, parang mukhang bata eh.
Oo, nagahit yung tao. Tinawag mo na mas matanda kagabi. Yan
Oo
tuloy.
Yeah, okay lang. Yun.
Ako naabutan ko lang end one. Yun.
And one.
Yeah.
Yun.
Naki-
Anyway,
Edmond.
so number 2, Pat Riley said, effort is a talent. It's not something untalented people do.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, effort
I
is
like
a
that.
talent. He kept
Yeah.
saying that. Naalala ko tuloy yung
Galing.
who's that guy? Anthony Edwards. But he was talking about when he was working out for the Dubs
And-
before the
and-
pre-draft workout.
and-
You're
and
not working
Steve
hard
Kerr
enough.
And he was doing
Yeah.
a drill. And Steve
Yeah.
Kerr said,
It's not fast enough. You're not working hard enough.
no, he goes,
Diba?
can you go faster? So he kind of went faster. And then Steve Kerr
Bagal
just
pa
went,
rin.
can you go faster? And that's when Anthony Edwards figured out now, oh crap, the speed that I have to go to impress the coaches is not the
Yeah.
level that I'm used to playing in
Yeah.
college. And ganyan,
But
ganyan.
Anthony Edwards is a good actor, huh? I saw the trailer of.
I watched the
Yeah.
movie, dude. Watch the movie,
I
dude.
haven't seen it yet. I
It's a
should
good-
watch
it's a
it.
good
tonight.
movie.
You know what they're saying?
With Juancho Hernan Gomez, man.
You know what they're
magaling
saying? You know what they're
What?
saying? He wasn't acting, dude, because that's really him.
He was just doing his own little thing.
Ah.
Yeah. So yun. So effort is a talent. So they need to outwork the Warriors. Okay. They need to be locked in. They need to be aggressive. As a Celtics fan, I hate seeing the Celtics laughing during warm-ups. Like, dude, why are you laughing, dude? You can't laugh until you win the chip.
Nah, that's so old.
Naalala ko
Love
tuloy
it,
yung
pare.
naalala ko tuloy yung I saw an interview of of course wala na sila sa PBA Alaska owner Fred Uitengsu. Sabi niya when they're winning, sales of Alaska products go up. When they're losing, the sales go down. So he loses sleep when the sales go down. So he loses sleep when they don't win. And you know what he said? He said if I'm not sleeping, no one's sleeping. so means like, dude, like you gotta be serious. You gotta be locked in.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
so Larry Bird, dude. Larry Bird
Yeah.
didn't laugh until he retired.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, man.
Remember yung
Oh, yeah,
one
dude.
shot
Even
ni
then.
Reggie Miller?
Even when he retired.
Hindi pa rin, Hindi pa rin tumawa.
Hindi pa rin, tapos
Yeah.
nag-coach pa, puta.
I think the Hall of Fame na lang, di ba? Yung Hall of Fame induction na lang ata siya tumawa.
Oh, the only time I think I saw Larry Bird smile was during the Dream Team, dude. Kasi
Yeah.
mani lahat ng kalaban eh.
I'm sure there was one moment I'm sure he did not smile. Yung commercial nila ni Magic for
Oh,
Converse.
Ayun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yung he was so grouchy, diba? Like, okay, the commercial has to be shot in my house, etc., etc. And then he prepared like a room for Magic in another, like another house or something like that, like an extension. And then so there were, Oh, no. Magic
Pero,
was gonna stay in a hotel
pero
near,
nag-hotel eh.
Tapos Magic was supposed to go home to go back to the hotel for lunch, and then okay, and then Larry Bird was coming in, and then Larry Bird's mom said, "Where are you going?" No, you're having lunch here. Sabi niya kay Magic. Tapos Larry Bird's mom served the food. Sabi niya kay Magic, Magic Johnson, you're my favorite player. Sigurado ako yung mukha ni Bird, sabi ni Magic. I got you now. I got you now.
Yeah.
That was old school voodoo.
Yeah, old school food yan.
Galing.
So, yeah. So,
Next.
Baka laso
yeah,
ng pinakain
effort.
ng nanay ni Bird.
Oo. Wala. Anyway, so, yan. So, number 3, another line from Pat Riley. I truly believe this, and it affected them today, especially because of Wiggins. Yung line ni Pat Riley, no rebounds, no rings. Of course,
Yeah, I
it's,
heard that
it's,
line.
it's the points on the board, but
Yeah.
if you can't get rebounds, you don't have possessions. If you
Correct.
can't get, like defensive rebounds, you're giving extra possessions, more chances.
Mhm.
Parang the more, the more
Right.
possessions you have, the more chances of winning.
So
Yeah,
weird
so-
nga eh, kasi
Yeah.
most of the whole series, it's the Celtics who have been getting more of those.
Yeah, pero
Diba? But
they're not
it's
getting
Wiggins,
No.
though, consistently
Crucial
has been
moments,
getting
eh.
a
Actually,
timeout.
dude, di ba we pointed it out last night that the Celtics were only averaging one more rebound than the Dubs
Yeah.
all series. So,
Oh,
di ba we pointed that out?
which is
It wasn't.
weird, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weird.
Well,
Considering the length of the Celtics.
Right. right.
yeah, they're bigger, they're stronger, but they can't seem to get. They're always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Parang, di ba, like wherever Wiggins is, that's where the ball goes. So box out. Payat ni Wiggins, pare. Parang hindi pa nila matulak
But
yun. I mean,
the thing
he
is-
opened up.
But yeah, but
You know what it is? Diba there's team defense. There are
Yeah,
teams that are
yeah.
good with team defense, diba?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
also team
Oh, and
rebounding,
gang
dude.
Rebounding.
Gang
Yeah.
rebounding, which is what the
Yeah.
Dubs are good at, dude.
Yeah.
If you see,
Yeah,
if you look at
exactly.
their rebounds and look at the periphery, don't look at the guy who's rebounding the ball. Look at the periphery
Yeah.
of the, and that's where you see how they do it.
Yeah.
Talaga. It's
Yeah,
it's a team effort.
exactly.
I
They have
was
to
pointing out.
figure
I
out a
was
way,
point.
yeah.
No, I was pointing out to Mike kanina that if we're talking about rebounds with the Celtics, I notice a lot is you're gonna have Grant Williams or Rob Williams or Horford go
Mhm.
for the rebound. With the Dubs, it's kind of like they always have like an unwritten or an understanding who will go for the ball at what time, and then they box out everybody else. Understood na eh.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Walang ganun
and-
ng Celtics. Parang si Westbrook din in Oklahoma. Parang everyone, your job is to
Right.
box
Yes.
out.
yeah.
Yes.
So Westbrook
Yeah.
can get his triple
You
double.
get his 10. Yep.
Okay, number 4.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, one thing I'd like to add, like in terms of the rebounds, when they get it, they have to secure the rebound. Ang daming mga, the steals.
Natatapik.
Yeah, natatapik. And the Warriors are really good in, like that scrambling offense, yung nagkakawalaan
Yes.
na,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden they find something. Parang,
Yeah.
I believe they do that in practice, because you can't just be good at
Yes.
that. They practice that.
Yep.
So,
Here's an
yeah.
example to what you said in the scrambling
Yeah.
offense. And this Boston does, huh? When they're
Yeah.
scrambling in Boston, when they drive and kick, automatically,
Yeah.
where does the Boston players go? To the 3-point line.
Yeah.
The Warriors cut.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Warriors cut to the basket. The Celtics
Yeah.
always run to the 3-point line. That's always
Parang,
been a...
that's what I noticed with the C's also. Parang pag nasira yung play, hirap sila with broken plays, no?
Yeah.
Parang
The
hindi
broken plays.
maka-recover sa broken plays.
I'm not even sure
Dubs
if they
naman,
really have
on the
plays.
other hand, sanay na sanay sa broken plays.
Kasi puro sila
Yeah.
broken.
Actually, ako, I don't think I said this. I've ever said this, but I enjoy watching the Dubs because I see the 2014 Spurs in their playbook, dude.
Yeah,
It's the in and out. It's the in and out. It's it's not just the motion.
That's their
It's the in and
right
out.
there.
Kumbaga yung in and out game nila eh, na Draymond in the middle. Dude, that's so deadly. There was a play earlier, rebound, ball ends up with Draymond. He's in the middle of the paint, and he has two shooters on the left and two guys on the baseline.
He fakes a pass.
He looks at the 3-point shot and tosses it to the baseline for an open dunk. Dude, it's that in and out game. Nah, you don't know where they're gonna pass it. It's not just a drive and kick out. It's a
Right,
drive and
right.
either drop
You
pass, kick
actually,
out. There's so many
yeah.
options.
But
So
you have
after
to have
that,
people
Mike,
cutting.
he even
Yes,
had the
and
ball one time in the middle, faked the pass, and then got a dunk out of
yes.
it.
No, well,
And
that's
and
their
yeah,
famous. That's their
the
famous
key there is
example.
not, yeah, like what Julio's saying. Actually, it's not the standing around on the tree. There's so many
Mm.
things happening around the guy with the ball,
Yes, yes,
which
Yeah.
creates the opportunities. Doon sila
right, right,
magaling, and
right.
it looks like chaos. I mean, look at the 2014 Spurs. It looked like chaos when they were on the ano, but there was harmony. There was chaos, but there was also harmony when you look at it as a
Parang
whole,
jazz,
diba?
parang jazz.
Yes, yes,
Well,
yeah,
May harmony.
Chaotic pero may harmony.
yep,
well, the term that the Spurs and
Hindi
the Dubs
Utah,
actually use,
hindi
the
Utah, yung
yes.
genre, yung
the,
genre.
Uh,
the term they
Fuck
use for
Utah,
that
man.
actually for their motion offense, Spurs and Dubs, is read and react. So
read and react. Yes,
there's no real set thing. They have to know. That's why chemistry is really key because you can react on the back cut. You just know how the movement should go. You have a general idea
Right.
how the
Yeah.
movement goes,
yes,
and
yeah.
then
I think there
you
were
have to know which
there were
one.
2 or 3 cuts by GP2.
Dami, dude. Yeah,
There's
there's
Uh,
always someone
yeah,
cutting to
but
the ring, para.
no, but like that we're like super open layups. Like
yep.
Yes,
di ba?
Oh,
yes,
number
yes.
four. Number four,
Number
Bobs.
4. Hold on, I had to turn off my phone kasi low bat na. Number 4, spacing pare. I don't know. You know this. You know what the spacing of the Celtics remind me of. Sometimes lang like because sometimes I see like 2 of them go to the same spot. Parang they want that same
Yan.
spot. Parang
Yeah.
nagbabanggaan. It reminds me of playing in the park. You know when you have that other. You're of course when you play in the park, you play with your neighbors, and then you have that neighbor who likes to go to the left, and you like to being on the left. And it's like nagbubungguan kayo. It's like
Uh,
pare, doon ka sa kabila. Dito ako.
uh,
Di ba?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's their size or they have the same instincts. So so they,
No,
they
Oo
need
nga.
to
Yeah.
fix that
Right.
because they bump into one another. And number 5, oh my gosh, ball handling. I can't believe
Well,
I'm
of
saying this
course.
about NBA players.
Yeah.
Like ball handling. Like it needs to be tight, diba? Like I remember Isaiah Thomas, the original one. Okay, the tall one, the tall
The
one.
tall one.
gee.
Parang ano, 'di ba? May imaginary
Mike's
phone booth.
favorite
Sa,
player. Yeah, yeah.
may imaginary phone booth. The ball should not go outside that phone booth.
Right.
You know when you're
Yeah,
si
there's a
Iverson.
box. Yep.
Yeah, si Iverson lang ang medyo.
Yeah, he
like,
went out of the box. Yep.
pero it's like it has to be tight. You know that ball handling thing.
I know,
And
yeah, but you know naman how they dribble now, Bob? Do they dribble now outside the box already?
no,
In the
everyone now carries the ball.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
also. That's why
Yes.
diba? They
Yes.
carry it outside the box. No,
Wala
dude,
nga eh. Nawala
all
na
the
yung
sham
ball
gods,
carrying
all the
player na
shimmies,
talaga.
all the jerkies, all that's all outside the box. Hindi na siya yung classic dribbling of old in the 80s.
Yeah,
so
and it's also like okay, so let's compare to like Kyrie's handles, no? See Kyrie, the way he dribbles, kasi gusto rin niya sumaksak eh. Pero he goes around and around. If wala siyang makitang opening, he just goes around and around. Si Jalen Brown and si Tatum parang pinipilit nilang to thread the needle.
Sagasa,
Yeah.
dude.
Tagasa, and then pag nandun na sila, that's when they start like doing their off balance thingies. Like,
Right.
so parang nakaka-frustrate. It's like
Yeah. It's like they're
know.
driving without a plan.
exactly.
pero I think you'll get more frustrated if Jalen Brown dribbles like Kyrie for 22 seconds and then takes a fadeaway.
yeah. I don't think he's gonna do that, but okay, yeah. Anyway, so that's number 5 now, the ball handling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 6.
Number 6, this is so frustrating. I don't know why they love to make those threading the needle passes.
Uy,
Oh my
Draymond.
gosh. Yeah, Draymond does that. He's good at it. But that's
He is?
not
Yeah.
well, yeah, he's actually good at it. Well, compared to the any
The
player in
force the
Celtics.
force is strong with this one.
Yeah. So parang there are very few people okay, in terms of passing, no, like if you ask me, okay, passing, Jason Kidd, Magic Johnson, Zeke. Uh, don't worry, I'm not including CP3. SP3 pala. Okay, kasi
SPG yun,
yeah,
galing.
yeah. So that's the level of okay. Even Rondo, see Rondo. Sometimes when you're watching the game and then you see an open guy, and this is I noticed this ever since like that first season that Rondo left. It's like that guy's open. Alam ko nandito si Rondo, naka-layup na yan.
Right. Right.
Ang bagal ng reaction eh. So
Yep.
pag si Smart medyo okay. I mean, Smart's getting better, pero anyway. So those passes that like too dangerous, yung mga cutting to the middle ni Tatum and then he kicks it out. Na telegraphed Also, pati yung there was one play kanina, even the handoff, yung binaba ni Horford yung bola, and then he was gonna give it to Brown. Yung mga dribble handoff. That's for some reason, instead of Brown being there, si Clay ang nandun sa gitna, parang teammate niya si di ba?
Yeah,
Parang it's
I
so
saw that.
telegraphed, man. It's like,
That was right after Jaylen Brown made another spin error and Clay stole it again also, di ba? That too successive yun eh, yeah.
okay. And you know what I noticed? Maybe it's the pop connection, hindi rainbow, the pop connection.
Pop the Magic Dragon.
Yeah, I noticed something. Parang alam ng Warriors lahat ng passing lanes ng Celtics. Parang alam nila, like every time Tatum drives, alam nila, okay, dito niya i-kick out yan. Parang they know where the ball's going.
Naging
But they know.
predictable na bigla.
Naging
After
predictable
a few games.
So I think Udoka's like using the old plays na alam na ni Kerr kasi.
Alam na ni Kerr. Oo nga.
Or that's what happens in a 7-game series. By the time game 5, 6,
Yeah.
7 come along,
Yeah.
you know they're great. I mean,
alam
if
na.
the coaching
Oo.
staff is good, if the coaching staff is good,
Right,
they should be
right.
they should know what's going
Parang ano
go
tuloy,
on.
no?
Yung tendencies mo already, they know that.
Yeah, kasi if we're gonna talk about the pop connection, that can go both ways eh. Kasi Udoka was there also during the I mean, like I said, but the playbook of I see a semblance of the playbook of the old Spurs with the Dubs now. Except it's less 3-point shooting lang. I mean, more 3-point shooting with the Dubs, but there's a lot of patterns that are kumbaga familiar. And that can go both ways also. Na Udoka can read that also. Na this looks familiar or whatever. Diba?
Now it's super scouting. Remember when Wiggins drove kanina? Puta, who was that? Brown really planted himself on the Wiggins right side and forced Wiggins to spin.
Right.
And Wiggins lost the ball.
Yeah.
Because I think they scouted Wiggins driving to the center always, right? He really planted his foot to stop Wiggins going center from the side.
Yeah.
So nag-scout na sila by 5 games. That's all tape already. And
So parang that 7-game series na at the end of at the end of 7 games, if it goes 7 games, parang you're so sick of the other team na. Parang 7-year itch din sa marriage,
Yep.
diba? Tama ba? Anyway.
Basta lang you don't have a rush for 7 years.
I truly believe pagdating ng Game 4, Game 5, dyan talaga nag-uumpisa na yung chess match. Kasi nga sobrang alam na nung both teams how the other team is gonna react or what the other team is gonna do. And there you try to come up with something new. Kerr started Otto Porter the last game. He started Otto Porter again today. It worked.
It's only fitting kasi
Bumilis
Porter's
yung
dad played
pace
for the
ng-
Warriors, diba?
Yeah, and bumilis yung pace ng
Porter's dad, no, Porter's lolo played for the
Lolo.
Warriors.
Lolo.
His dad was in attendance.
Umabot
Si
ng
Lionel
finals
Richie.
yung lolo niya eh. Kaya lang tinalo ng Celtics.
Number 7? Are we on
Number
7?
7. Okay, in relation to the passing, I don't know why the hell this is so basic, diba? When they teach you basketball when you're young, don't jump if you don't know what you're gonna do.
Yes.
It's like, what the hell? It's like, you see so many times like Tatum and Brown. Well, of course, sila yung pinaka-high high
does that
usage.
a lot pag saksak niya.
Yeah, yung tatalon
Yes.
and then tsaka pa lang siya maghahanap ng
Yes.
Wala na siya mahanap kasi alam na yung passing lanes
Yep.
eh.
Oh,
Di ba?
huli na yung kick out niya doon sa dalawang corner eh.
Yeah. So okay. All right. Okay.
8?
This could be number one because this can affect everything else.
Okay, so it's
Tatum's
number 8,
attitude.
but it
Yeah,
could be
it
number.
could be number one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
Tatum's
Tatum's
attitude
attitude. Okay. He
or attitude.
parang yeah.
Okay. Okay, parang you
Yeah.
kinda, parang that was
Yeah.
like Tatum's 3-pointer. Pilit.
Yeah. So parang he's going back to that little brother attitude that he has. Like like he looks up to these guys. Like Draymond is like a friend like who's older. But I kind of like the way Tatum didn't give Draymond the ball when Draymond was, like trying to get it from him.
Well,
But
yes, yes.
yeah, and of
Yep,
course,
yep.
yeah, he respects Draymond. They're friends. They have that Subway commercial. By the way, I had a footlong kanina, steak and cheese
Nice
with a
footlong.
ranch. So anyway,
Wow. Was it
so
girthy?
oh, yeah. so, so anyway, so
Was it-
yeah, I like it. I like it that Tatum was just didn't give the ball, but I would have liked it. Like if they're supposed to be like brothers, brothers fight, diba? I would have really loved it if Tatum just yelled at Draymond and said, "Man, get the hell away from me!"
Puta
you
yan,
know,
sinundan hanggang bench eh.
Yeah.
Ni
Sinundan
Tito
eh,
saka ni
yeah.
Draymond, no?
But
Yeah.
Over team hanggang bench.
hanggang bench, diba?
But you see,
So it's
that's
like,
that's where Tatum has to. I mean, kumbaga, that's the mind games, and yes, Tatum is in the finals for
Yeah.
the first time. You
Mind
watch.
games siya.
Kailangan may angas lumabas.
May
Kailangan may
angas. I was
konting
just telling
angas.
Jay kanina,
Ah.
like going back
Yeah.
to the pacing. You know what?
Right.
Even though Tatum, let's compare it to another Celtics star from yesteryears. Si Paul
Havlicek.
Pierce.
Ay,
No,
okay.
Paul Pierce naman. Paul Pierce.
I thought. we were
Okay.
going-
Not as great a star as Havlicek or Bird, nowhere near. If you ask me, I don't care if he has more points than Bird.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I agree.
There,
That's why he played longer.
he played longer kasi. But the
Like
thing
a-
is, what
a
I
foot
liked
longer.
about yeah. So anyway, what I liked about Pierce is, well, I told Jay, well, I'm not really a Pierce fan, but he plays for my team, so I'll support him. Pero like he frustrates me a lot of times.
Yeah.
But what I liked about him, he had that attitude, like if someone
Yes.
did that to him, it's like, get the hell away from me.
Yeah.
Meron siyang
Yeah.
like he's confident, he's actually
Palaban,
overconfident kasi palaban siya. He's
Yeah.
actually overconfident because his confidence outweighs his skills. But
Outweighs
you
his
need that
skills,
sometimes. You
Yes.
need,
Yeah.
and I was telling Jay also, you can't force Paul Pierce to play faster, like beyond his comfort zone. Well, simply because he doesn't have the athleticism
Yeah.
to play faster than
Right.
Yep.
his
right,
pace.
right.
So
Yep.
it actually works for him. Di ba?
Yeah.
So parang he
Yeah.
has his own pace and so anyway, so yun ang kailangan gawin
Tatum.
ni Tatum.
And
Okay,
I agree. Actually, can I just add to that then?
Yeah,
And this has been a long discussion between Jay and I na
Mhm.
he's trying to get me into the Tatum train.
Mm.
And again, I've said it also na kumbaga
No,
what
but I
what
completely agree with what Bob was saying.
yeah.
That's
And
also what I
parang
feel.
ano lang din na ako I gravitate towards athletes in general who have the killer instinct eh. And
Yeah.
yun na nga eh.
But you never like Kobe.
No, there's
Same
no,
killer
but
instinct as your favorite player, MJ. I don't
kaya
get
nga,
that.
but then I have no, may agenda. I thought the agenda I had with Kobe and LeBron, diba? I mean, they're both threats. Eh. I don't waste time with people who are not a threat to
Waste
MJ.
time, grabe.
Oh, I don't waste time. I won't.
know.
No, kasi the GOAT discussion is a waste of time, dude.
Yeah,
Diba? It
that
is.
is
It is
so
a waste
true.
of time. That's what I'm saying. Na, kumbaga, I put effort into not liking. I don't want to say hate. Not liking these players because they were a threat to Jordan. Kobe was a threat to Jordan. LeBron was a threat to Jordan. So yun yung ano ko. That's why I root against them. But again, that's not to say that I didn't admire Kobe. Kasi ako, if you make me choose between Kobe and LeBron, dude, I'll go Kobe 24/7 just because of that reason also.
Pero if
Diba?
it's
You know what's sad?
Kobe, kailangan 24/8. Parang
Wait,
yun
wait.
ang number.
Yan, 24-8.
Ah.
Very. I like that. I like that.
Wait,
pare.
wait, wait. Last I checked, we were talking about Pierce and Tatum. How the hell did MJ, Kobe, and LBJ?
No. I'm just
Oh,
saying lang. I'm just saying
killer
that
we
the
were talking
kulang,
about
kulang
the killer
kasi.
instinct,
Okay,
yung
Yung killer
angas
instinct
ba?
ni Tatum.
That's what,
And yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Pierce had that, dude.
Pierce
He
had
did,
it.
he
As
did.
annoying as he
He did.
was,
As
Pierce
much as
had that.
no one here likes
Yeah.
Pierce,
He
that,
does have it.
Yeah.
that's a,
Well,
yeah, that's a given.
he's okay na rin, you know. He got us a championship. Pero, yeah. So, Tatum needs to have that. I want
Right.
Tatum to channel that. If he's going to channel, like, of course, he's not going to channel Pierce because he's a Kobe fan. But I want him to channel, you know that play when Pierce was
At
going
least
against
channel
Al
Kobe
Harrington?
Yes.
and layo
Yeah.
eh.
Layo, ano? Pero
Oo
that,
eh.
yung play ni Pierce versus Harrington, remember that?
Yes.
In Indiana?
Othello,
Yeah,
Harrington. No, Al Harrington.
Har-
Al Harrington.
Al Harrington.
Al.
Al.
Yeah. Yung maraming kulubot sa anit, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Dude, he was our center for We Believe.
Parang alien eh, no?
Oo. Parang may...
Klingon.
Oo. Klingon. Oo. So, yun, you like, he needs to have that attitude. Like, I remember, like Bird had that. Even sa teammates niya, you know, like, I remember there was a story said by, of course, the great Cedric Maxwell, Cornbread. Sabi niya, can you tell us a Larry Bird story we haven't heard yet?
Who was
Sure,
finals
sabi
MVP
niya.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Parang
Yeah, so
iiyan.
anyway, last year ni Pete Maravich was with the Celtics and he wasn't the great Pete Maravich anymore. He wasn't good anymore. And Pete Maravich told Bird, kasi like Pete Maravich's, you know, like defender would leave him to double team Bird. But Bird would still take the shot, wouldn't give it to Pete Maravich, right? So, sabi ni Pete kay Bird, hey, why don't you give me, they're double, you know, they're leaving me open. Why don't you give me the ball? They're double teaming you. Alam mo sabi ni Bird kay Pete Maravich during the timeout? Sabi niya, if you were any good, they wouldn't be double teaming me. Sabi.
Yan ang angas.
Yan ang angas.
Ah.
Di ba? So, it's like, you know, like he needs some of that there. Now, maybe, pero it's
but
it's
the
not
difference-
natural for him. He's like a good boy kind of guy.
No, but the
you
problem
know?
talaga is that no,
I like
all
him
I can
because
say-
of that also though.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
You know, about the kid and he's a family man and all that.
no, but
Yeah.
all I can
Yung pang
say is
isa,
that
kailangan ata niya dalhin si Deuce sa ano. Pag nag-game 7, dalhin niya si Deuce.
sa San Francisco.
Oo, kung wala si Deuce, at least si Rob Schneider na lang. Another Deuce. Deuce Bigelow. pare.
Gigolo.
or Mike will notice he can bring double deuce. Oh, di ba?
Double
Double
deuce.
Deuce. Hindi ko alam si Double Deuce.
Dax,
No, you
Hustle kasi.
watch Hustle.
You gotta watch
Ah, so
Hustle.
tayo,
okay,
number
sige.
9?
Number 9. Okay, in relation to number 8, I believe this will impact JT's attitude, his outlook. And he himself said it. If he gets this, he's top 5. You know what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be cut Tatum, not Afro Tatum. He needs to get rid of that hair, man. You know, it's affecting his aerodynamics. Parang kung Formula 1 yan, parang, you know, they're looking at the design of the car. It's not going
Mike,
fast
go,
enough.
go. Kung Formula 1 yan, go.
Kulang sa balance pare. Walang traction. Kaya
Wala.
kaya nga off balance. Kaya nga off balance tumira eh.
Off balance. Para, you know, like, ano siya eh, di ba? If he gets that cut, he could be, you know, a Red Bull
He
or
can be a
Ferrari.
huwag na Red Bull pare,
Ferrari. Si,
Bad yan Red Bull.
so, yeah, ayan. So,
Oh, number 10,
Red
number
Bull.
10.
Yan. Pero ngayon, dahil may afro siya, kulang, pangit ang ano niya, aerodynamics, ano lang siya, Haas lang siya ngayon. Ano?
Yan.
Haas. Ayun.
All of
So,
us, Julio's like
number
this.
10.
Julio's like, what? Formula what?
Formula what?
Formula what?
Formula what? Oh, pare,
Number
star
10.
dyan si Jean Girard. Pare,
Jean-
sa Formula So
Jean
anyway,
Girard.
eto. So,
Wala, number 10.
They need, this is specifically for Game 6. The TD Garden, it's not enough to have the crowd behind them. Okay?
They have
I
to be in
noticed
the court.
something. Yeah.
No naman, hindi naman.
Wag.
Okay, just checking.
Bawal yan.
Bawal.
So, eto, I noticed this start of the playoffs pa lang. Whoever is in charge of the music of the TD Garden, they change the songs. It's like I don't hear the old songs anymore, right? Except for when they have that big lead, they have the "You Should Be Dancing" by the Bee Gees with that Gino. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the Celtics faithful,
Ako,
will be familiar.
I know the dub songs. I can't talk to you about the Celtic songs, so you
Yeah.
have to educate
So
us on that.
okay, so there are three songs in particular. Okay, pag timeout, this song gets the crowd going, especially when nandun na yung si Lucky the Leprechaun doing his dunks.
Yeah.
Pare, the song "It's Tricky" by Run DMC.
Yan.
Yeah. Once they start playing that, it's like, yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, di ba? Yeah.
Go. Yeah, I know that. Okay.
It's tricky, rock around, let's run, it's tricky. Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, yeah,
that's
no.
one.
That's
Pag
one.
malapit na ang crunch time, you know what they play? "Welcome to the Jungle." Yung intro pa lang. Chin, 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 chin. Okay.
Yeah. Not
they
only
play
them though.
that.
A lot
play
yeah,
that.
a lot use
Okay.
welcome.
But the Celtics, especially during the Garnett days and even after Garnett left,
Yeah.
they played it so much, and the timing of whoever is DJing for the TD Garden was so perfect. The nickname, the TD Garden had the nickname "The Jungle." Ganon, di ba? So,
Okay. Nothing to
You know
do
where
with
you-
the green leaves. Nothing. There's no connection. Nothing.
nothing,
Okay.
green leaves,
Yeah.
So yun, so that's the one. Pagka crunch time na, and then the game is close, and the Celtics are about to make a run. It says parang yung timing ng DJ kasing galing ng timing ng coach's
Yeah,
timeout. Parang
yeah,
ganon, when they do that. And of course, the Bee Gees, you should be dancing, showing that the guy with the Gino shirt that no one knows who he is, but it's like when they play Gino, they only play that song with the video when it's a sure win. So hindi counted
Oh,
yung
yeah,
six
yeah,
yung
yeah.
yung 6 points ang lamang, and there's like 30 seconds left. Hindi pwede. Kailangan 30 lamang with
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5
Yeah.
seconds left. So they need to do that because it affects the like I don't know about you, but when I hear "Welcome to the Jungle," I really like sabi ko nga kay Jay, there's another song pa nga, but it's not part of the Celtics tradition. Udoka needs to make the players watch the Rocky Four workout montage.
Rocky Four.
Yeah, Rocky
Yung sa
Four.
snow, yung sa snow.
Yung sa snow.
Yeah.
Yung
Oh, yeah.
tapos sa huli, 'di ba, yung when he gets the the Drago's picture, and like pupunitin niyang ganon dapat yung
Yan.
picture ni na
Actually,
Draymond.
kahit-
or-
actually,
something like that.
Kahit kay Tatum lang.
Kahit si Tatum lang gumanon kasi the others are motivated naman eh. So, like these are 10 things that I was thinking of, today that the Celtics need to do. So I was like thinking, can they do this? Can
I
they
think
do
they
this?
can.
They can, of
They
course.
can,
With
definitely.
your voodoo. Because of this voodoo thing, I couldn't just for Julio, because I have a mask that it's a razorback mask. Alam ko may kanta silang voodoo hoodoo eh.
Voodoo.
So
Yeah.
so
With
ato
Far
yung
Album.
mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Ayan. So I
You know what?
I
Okay.
couldn't-
I have a list of 5. Okay, I have a list of 5.
Oh wait, sorry.
It's right here. No, I have a list of 5. Ay, sorry. Go.
Parang-
Go.
Oh, yeah, I have the okay. Just to finish.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
yeah.
closing statement. So I was like thinking,
Max.
I need a sign. That
Did you
that
see the sign?
Celtics will.
Or did you
Oh,
saw
yeah,
the sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna open
So
the
here's
door.
Fun fact.
what?
Fun fact.
Yes.
The last
fun.
time there was a Top Gun movie was 86. Celtics.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm like thinking, okay, that's a good sign, but there has to be something else to back up that sign.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I was driving home, I turn on the radio. Turn the radio on, pare. You know what song I hear? You never close your Top Gun, pare! Tom Cruise singing out of tune at the bar, di ba? Kay Kelly
Yeah.
McGillis.
Can I add the fun fact also?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say Ace of Base, but that's me.
Yeah.
Can I add the fun fact
Go.
also?
You
Yeah.
can you can add the funnest fact. Go.
1986,
Mhm.
Marcos out.
Now Marcos
Ngayon,
in. Oh
Marcos
my
in.
gosh.
Yeah.
So Celtics na yan. That's
I
a,
know,
Celtics
daming
talaga yan.
signs, daming
Yeah, I
signs,
know,
Bob.
I know.
Ang
Oo
daming
nga, no?
signs.
But you know
That's
what?
a sign. But okay, sorry, Julio.
Okay.
One more thing
No, no.
before your fun
Go,
fact.
okay, go.
I think this is not Celtics related, but it's something that you discussed last podcast.
I'm
I think
scared.
I think the Currys need to have set their own tradition. The Currys. So kailangan si Steph saka si Seth.
Magpalit.
Okay.
Di ba? Parang
Okay.
yung kay Dave Chappelle, remember that?
Really?
Trading spouses. Naalala ko pa yung si Dave Chappelle, yung book niya sa yung balbas niya, akala ko si Rashid Wallace pa.
So Seth should get with Aisha, and Steph should get with what's her name? Cassie.
I don't know, hang out lang.
Hang out lang, yeah.
Oh,
Nothing intimate.
That's up to them.
Pa-swing
up-
lang. Pa-swing.
Wait,
Ayan.
I have my list of 5 here. Okay, and so I'll start. And after hearing Bob's, I'm just gonna fucking throw this away and talo na kami. And that's it.
Baduy, alam mo, feeling ko wala talaga nakasulat doon eh. Feeling ko wala talaga nakasulat.
Kita mo na, si
Nabigla
Garfield.
siya. Nabigla siya. I think he tried to make a list after he heard about yours. And then parang, ang pangit, Baduy na to. I'll just,
Wait, I had another list. I had another list also dapat for what the Dubs will do after, but wala na rin yan. So let's just
Ako
and,
may advice ako sa'yo, Julio.
what? Be
Keep wearing
afraid.
the yellow socks. Keep wearing the yellow socks.
You know what? This was okay. I'll address something because Ted, before we wrap this up, and I loved your list, Bob. Question: I have money on Curry for MVP, but is there a possibility Wiggins will pull an Iggy? Is there a possibility Wiggy will pull an Iggy as
Yeah.
final
I
MVP?
believe
If
so.
the Warriors winning.
There is a possibility. If you ask me, there is a possibility.
There's a slight possibility. Yeah.
Especially
Ako,
after Curry's game.
yeah.
And if
Ako,
Wiggins does, yeah.
there's a possibility, but I don't think they'll do that to Steph at this point in his career.
But I'll
Sana
also
nam-
say is that the Warriors have to win first before we even talk about this. Hide. Okay. Doc Nesty says, and like Coach Udoka said earlier,
Yeah.
the Celtics players should stop complaining to the refs and keep playing. And the maturity
Yeah.
level of Smart, Tatum, and Jalen needs to climb a notch pa.
Yeah.
Agreed,
And lalo
Doc
na si
Nasty?
Grant,
Okay.
pare. Ang daldal.
Yeah.
Agreed,
The
Doc.
guy runs his mouth.
And
Yeah. Yep.
on that note, Bob, we loved having you here. Great stuff.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Right now-
Thank you.
Ted goes, we got this. Yeah. I heard that. I heard. Thank you to Ted, Nesty. Who else was here? Les,
Manol.
Manoli on the comment board, and thank you to everyone. Again, thank you, Bob, for.
Thanks,
No,
Bob.
thank you.
Raising us.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers,
Ay,
brother.
can we have you as our green resource?
I don't know.
Madaming connotation yon, ha? Hindi lang
Oo
ang
nga.
message yun.
Bayan.
Kasama na Tito Jokes doon.
Tito jokes.
But we appreciate you being here. And right now, I will say
Yeah,
again is
man.
that you sound better than. Well, I'm not going to speak for all of us because Jay's going to make me contra. You sound better than me on the mic. So
Parang nakano nga ako. Napo-FOMO ako. I wanna buy him
Oo nga
one mic.
Oo nga eh. Parang between Jay and Bob here, parang I want to be a singer in a band also.
Okay, but I like your mic, Julio, yung nag-iiba yung lights.
Yeah,
Parang
yeah.
yung
Pabata.
parang nagtahan, pare, yung mga ilaw sa nagtahan.
Hindi. Ano yan, Bob? Akala niya kasi babata siya tingnan eh. Pag may ilaw yung mic niya. Pampabata daw.
Oo nga eh. Parang nakita ko yan sa Toys R Us. Joke lang.
No, it's cool. It was on sale. What can I do, man? Diba?
On sale. On sale ko no. Wag na natin scrutinize. All right.
Speaking of Larry Bird, on that note,
On that note,
On that
hold on.
note,
Wait. On Friday is game 6. No, just a little. Friday is game 6. Monday, not if need be. Monday for sure is game 7. And on that note, Jay,
Larry
us home.
Bird.
Larry
You heard it
Bird,
first here on
the Bobby.
the bench.
Bobby. Bye, guys. See you.
Bye-bye.